Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Lisa, and today we're doing the Q&A. It's a Slimming World Q&A. So we're going to answer some of the questions that you've left on. These are all on YouTube, and I think we had a couple of messages left from that on Facebook as well. But we'll go through all of these ones. So these are really just the just the Slimming World ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
So then, although there is, first of all, there's a question that Tasha Lawrence asked about the sign language course I'm doing. She says, am I learning at college or at home? So I'm learning to sign at Swarthmore Centre at college. I go every Wednesday, and it's a lovely course. I absolutely love it. The tutor is deaf and uses sign as her first means of communication, and every week now at our Slimming World group we've got two deaf people that stay, and I am able to at least get by sort of translating. So I'll say, you know, Rufus, today, what did you lose today?
1.5 pounds.
So I'm just saying, Rufus lost 1.5 down, and then got that. So that's really good. Anyway, Claire Hewitt on YouTube. How do we come up with happy slimming? Do you want to answer this one?
I think it was, we did our first few videos, I think, and then it just, I don't know, either me or you, I think, like I say, one of us must have said it in the video, and then it was just a case of it just stuck after that.
It just stuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no...
It just seemed to be...
I wish we could say that we planned it and it was all part of a branding exercise and all part of a thing.
You
but it wasn't.
kind of uploaded the video and kind of checked all through it and edited it and all that stuff, and then it was just a case of you'd gone through it, and that was what we'd done in the video, and it was like, yeah, that just seems to be how...
Works. Yeah, that works.
That seems to be how, what we do. So yeah.
Oh, another one for you. Moggy Sidious, again on YouTube. Did we manage to eat the giant courgette? We did.
We did. It lasted about 4 meals. It was that big. And like I say, we did, before we realised that, I think in the new book that's out now, the latest one, we bought a countdown. Yeah, we bought a countdown. We both got a countdown. So we got the Christmas book and the, is it Family Feast or something, or is it? Comfort Foods or something. Yeah, so we got that book, but in that book I didn't realise that there was a vegetarian, is it lasagna in there? So
gluten-free lasagna.
It was a gluten-free. So basically we'd done slices of butternut squash, was it in that one? But I think they'd done the one in the book said it had slices of courgette in it.
Yeah.
So
which is exactly the same as
pretty much the same, but like I say, I'd used that massive, like I say, curling courgette. It was absolutely massive, like I said, and we'd used it for some of that. So we'd done about, before we realised it was in the new book, we'd done, I think, a few meals of doing that.
And we did, it was in a couple of other things, wasn't it? It was diced up and put
put into curry.
It was really good though. It was worth it for, what was it, £1?
£1, yeah.
A pound, absolutely bargain for £1. Seriously, boot sale bargains.
I'm definitely thinking about actually maybe trying to grow some next
year.
I
was about to say that.
Because like I say, you can go on eBay or like probably on Amazon and look up Italian climbing courgettes, and you can buy seeds, and they're like maybe like £1 something for like 10 or so seeds. I think you get. So I said, I'm definitely thinking about doing
as long as the dogs, so the dogs are just down here, as long as they don't actually eat the bloody plants next year. Anywho,
they won't get a chance to.
There we go. So, designed by Sarah Jane, again on YouTube, says, what would our perfect day be?
I think, I say it, a day where I don't really have to think about the sins so much, maybe, and a day where we can kind of just enjoy ourselves and not worry about things too much. Maybe kind of go out. I mean, like I say, our lives at the minute are so hectic. It's like sometimes we don't even get like a full day just to ourselves. Not always. So I think, like I say, just not having everybody contact us maybe, and just going and doing something for ourselves, something really nice. Maybe have a meal out. and maybe even have maybe a pudding afterwards. As like I say, I mean we're thinking of doing that anyway soon. Anyway for the, after the weekend, yeah. So, but yeah.
I think mine would be. It would be possibly in the New Forest. I really like it down there. So possibly a walk around the New Forest, probably with the dogs, and
the
then
ponies.
and the what?
And the ponies.
And various ponies. Yeah,
Lots
we like the
of
ponies.
wild ponies.
So a walk in the forest with the dogs, and obviously with Rufus on a nice sort of early summer day. So it's just warm. It's not too sort of hot. And then maybe go and see a film. And then, yeah, I have to agree with Rufus actually. A really nice meal in a restaurant where we can have, and again, we wouldn't necessarily have, see what happens. We wouldn't necessarily have very fatty meals or very fatty foods, but just have something
Don't try getting around me now.
that we can eat.
She's so
And that's
naughty.
on plan. Oh, look, now we've got Ruby as
Yep.
well. No, can
You're
you get
so
down,
naughty.
please? Look, we're on camera now.
They're not bothered.
Get down, please.
Ruby do.
Get down.
Get down a
Get
minute.
down. And you two down.
Get down
Get
a minute.
Down.
Yeah. Don't try
Thank you.
buttering me up.
So yeah, and a nice meal, and actually, do you know what? A pudding, a
Just
lovely, lovely pudding, a full fat pudding
I know.
somewhere
We
with
very,
extra
very,
sugar
very,
and full fat.
very rarely have anything like
No,
that. The
we
last
don't.
time we did, it was on our
My
birthdays.
birthdays.
We bought, I think, 2 of the, is it like the little portions of extra special cheesecake? I think we bought.
Yeah.
Was it one of them was a salted caramel one? The little round ones you can buy.
I still remember that now.
And they were like, I think they worked out to about
Yeah, can you
17
get down,
sins
please?
each.
Get down.
About 17 sins each. I said
Yeah.
when we saved our sins up for
No,
those. It was really
naughty.
nice. And still had a
Down.
weight loss.
Sorry, everybody.
So you behave, you lot.
So Jessica Louise on YouTube. If we could turn back time to one day or one moment in our lives, what would it be? I'm going first this time. A day I would turn back time to, it would be to spend an hour a day, any amount of time with my mum. Mum passed away last year, and I would take that even if it was at the end of her life when she was really, really poorly and she was at home passing away, or ideally earlier on in her life, maybe, you know, just as she retired or before she retired, before she got started to get poorly. Anytime, spend an hour or a couple of hours with mum. That would be, if I could go back in time and do that, it would be amazing. I've got all emotional now. So what would yours be? If you could go back in time to one moment, what would it be? Yours is a bit lighter, isn't it, than mine?
Yeah, I think one of the last days I actually really remember how much I liked was when I last went abroad on holiday. And like I say, for me it's been years since I've actually been abroad, because I would have either gone abroad being a lot heavier than I am now, and being seen as female before as well, which I didn't like. So I've made a lot of changes now, but like I say, there's still a lot of work to do. But I'm hoping that by next year I may be able to go on holiday, go abroad, and sort of maybe I'd have had top surgery by then, so I won't have to kind of wear extra elasticated type like compression sort of vesting and stuff like that.
Underneath.
Yeah.
Underneath, yeah.
So yeah, it's stretchy stuff I wear underneath, so I don't get super hot being in a really sort of dry atmosphere on holiday in Spain. But I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah,
can't
it'll
wait.
be nice. Jessica Louise also asks, is there one thing about Slimming World we dislike?
Sometimes, like I say, I just have to count all my sins and everything down to, like, you know, the littlest little things. And as time goes on, I have to be more and more careful with, you know, not kind of having the extra thing here and there and forgetting that I had it. So I have to be a lot more stricter with what I have as time's gone on. But I know they're so naughty.
They're okay now. My things I dislike about Slimming World, there are two things, and they really bug me. Excuse me. The first is that if you eat an apple, it's free.
Yeah.
If you cook an apple, you've got to sin it. If I eat an orange, it's free. If I put an orange and some water in a blender and juice it, then I've got to sin it. I don't understand that. I know it's to stop people going, oh, I could have 15 oranges in one glass. I understand, but it still seems really bizarre. And then you get things like rhubarb, which you've got to cook, but you don't then sin.
And microwave it.
Bizarre. Bizarre, I don't understand that.
Is it like a tablespoon of water?
Yeah.
A bit of sweetener.
Yeah.
Chop it into chunks and microwave it for like about 10 minutes. And
that's free. And your other fruit that's free, you can't. But
see,
anyway,
I'm not quite sure how that does work though, because obviously you're still cooking it.
But the other thing, and this bugs me, it really is, and my biggest bugbear about Slimming World, is the fact that they pick and choose what items go on the SIN calculator or on the SIN app, because we all know that the Asda Slim Zone meals have been taken off. The Aldi Slim Free meals are probably being taken off
or never put on there. Some sort of possible war going on.
Because they're about to sue them as well. Porky Lights got taken off. It seems that, you know, we pay membership fees, we pay weekly fees. Yeah. We pay for a service. We should be able to have the SINs calculated for Asda Slim Zone as much as if they can calculate the SIN value for Weight Watchers meals, why can't they calculate the value for the Asda Slim Zone and the Aldi Slim Free and other, you know, competitors stuff? I don't understand that. That's always confused me, and it's not confused me. I know why Slimming World are doing it. It's purely business and purely money. But when all of us members, and they've got 1 million plus members, when we're all paying our $4.95 a week, do you know what? That's £250 we pay in a year to Slimming World. 1 million members, you do the math, £250 million, £250 million, and we don't get every item, we don't get the Slim Zone meals.
As well
that
as
annoys
those,
me.
Somebody really online did those... did the difference between those and the Slimming World meals, and it worked out that nutritionally they were better. Yeah, nutritionally, in a direct comparison between the Aldi and you'll see who it was Patrick and Wayne. But we hadn't actually
very different
tried the meals. No. We've actually bought 2 and they're in the freezer, but we haven't tried them yet.
And we bought the same one that Patrick said was disgusting, so we might not.
I think was it.
We might not try it now.
Patrick said the other one. Yeah, so I've got that one in the freezer, but it's still there.
Yeah. Anyway, we will let you know what we think.
We will.
Of it, so, you know, just to let you know. So then, a quick shout out to Angie Hard66 on Instagram. She made the rice pudding. We did the rice pudding video way back. Do you remember? Because we've not had that in ages. Because now we tend to do quark and berries, don't we, for pudding? But now it's getting winter and we've got the comfort food. We might do that again.
Well, we have got a huge jar of pudding rice as well.
Yeah, that's true. I like rice pudding. But she made the rice pudding and she put photos of it on Instagram and it looked absolutely yummy.
But I said some people make it and then they put, is it like other toffee? Is it Muller like toffee? Yogurt in it to make it as a toffee rice pudding and.
So 2 questions from Debbie Blinko. Again on YouTube. Hi Debbie, I know you watch us religiously. It's really good to have you on board as well. Thank you so much for all your support. So she says, how did we meet?
I was a service user at the group that Lisa started.
It's a trans support group.
It's more than
nearly 2.5 years ago.
Nearly 2.5 years ago now. So I think after the first few weeks it started, I think I started going along.
Just to be with me.
Like I say, I went for the first week, and like I say, it was really scary as it has been the first time I'd been out with other trans people. Hadn't met anyone else, so I didn't really know what to expect. So after the first week or so, it was so welcoming, sort of going to the group. I didn't want to miss, like I say, it was every Monday, so I didn't kind of want to miss a Monday. And then over time, we've kind of talked and stuff, and things sort of changed over time.
And then one day, an Avon rep came into group, and I bought some lipstick, and it was bright red lipstick, and I remember it because you messaged me the next day or that night to say, that lipstick looked really good on you. You should wear that more often. That lipstick was really nice on you. And I was like, Yeah. And then we went on a date once.
What, at college,
Yeah, we went on a date that I didn't know was a date.
Oh.
This is how good this was. So it asked me one day, because you you'd split up with your ex, but she was still sort of, you still having to share a house, weren't you? So it was all a bit complicated. And basically, he said, "Oh, can I, you know, can we go for coffee one day?" And we were doing the peer support thing, so I thought, okay, he wants to go and talk about some issues or something. So I said, okay, well look, I'm at college on a Thursday, wasn't it? I'm at college on Thursday, so come across, we'll have a coffee in the little sort of cafe bit they've got first or after, and then we'll so we'll have a chat. And so I'm there, all like professional minded. Oh, and how's this going? And how's that going? And well, have you thought about this? And have you thought about that? And it's really difficult. And then tell them what you said halfway through.
What did I say then?
You know what you said.
I know, but they don't know.
No, go on, tell them.
What you mean? Fancy a quickie?
Yeah. So, well, not halfway through, but about 3/4 through,
Yeah.
just sort of went, so then, fancy a quickie?
Yeah.
And I was like, so this was a date.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was really worried at first, wasn't I? Because I'd set up the group and I was really worried about... Sorry, the dog's having a drink. I was really worried about dating a service user and all that stuff, but at the same time, I was falling for him. And I said no for about 3 months, didn't I? And I kept saying, no, I'm not interested, no, I'm not interested. And he kept pursuing me. And that's now my trump hand. Not my trump. Ooh, make America great. No, it's my ace in the hole. And every time we have an argument now, if any time we have a disagreement, it's like, just remember, you chased this. You wanted this. You got what you wanted. Many times I said no, and I wasn't interested, and I wasn't able to date, and I wasn't looking for a partner or anything else.
Fault.
And then you kept chasing me, and now look.
All my fault.
I wouldn't be without him for anything. I love him to bits. He's the love of my life. I just could not imagine my life without him. And he stresses me to all hell sometimes, but I wouldn't be without him for anything. Would you be without me? Not even for one of those sticky toffee puddings? No.
No, I don't really like sticky toffee pudding.
What about custard tart?
Think so. Maybe.
Oh,
But-
thanks.
But I'll say your taste buds change, and like I say, I like vegetables now more.
I know. Someone's got to say about me. But anyway, give us a kiss.
Yeah.
So then, oh look, all three of them
Oh, no,
have
they
come
all
up to
wanna
say
jump up
goodbye.
then.
So then, we will see you in the next video. This one's
Yeah.
approaching half an hour, so we might have to cut this down a little
Yeah.
bit. But